Hello, hello. Hope I didn't make anyone jump. I hope everyone's doing well. It is Saturday night. My name is William, and this is my so called life. I'm still a bit under the weather. How's it going? I hope everyone's doing well after. Oh, excuse me. I went full shablam last night. So tonight, I'm going to try to keep it not as hardcore, but I always say that. And then, like an hour or two from now, I'm going to be staring in the street with road flares. How's it going? How's it going? I love your new avatar. Just having a good Saturday night. I hope everything's well. Awesome, awesome. 2 hours is not full shablam. To be fair though, Kilroy, I went full eagle. I put the vest and the eagle head on last night. And I did a few things that I said I would never do on YouTube. Hold on. Cat Williams is staring at me right now. I can hear the Cat Williams. You put an eagle head on YouTube. We shablammed last night. We shablammed. I'm also under the weather, but getting better day by day. There's definitely something going around. Like, I am not feeling well, but the kid was here an extra day, so I had to, suck it up. Today's been a crazy day. There's quite a few things that I'm going to be making this evening, or I have plans to, but we'll see how it goes. I was going to go in a completely different direction, but after last night, I'd figured I'd still stop by and say hello. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I still do not know why I bought that cow print. I look at that cow print that I purchased and I'm like, why did I buy that? But I have a crazy idea of what I'm going to do with it. So, also, let's see. So, who is going to be watching the Super Bowl and who is not going to be watching the Super Bowl? I am dying to know. Because tomorrow there are two groups of people. People who Pam for the win. Pam for the win. I like that idea. That's exactly what you know what? I might do that. Oh man, it's a mess in here. So tomorrow is the big game. It's not necessarily none are my team. I'm not pro Taylor Swift. So is anybody going to be watching the game? Is anybody going to be partying? What's going to be going on tomorrow? Let me know. I show up for the commercials and the food. When it comes to the Super Bowl, I'm not necessarily someone who is really into the Super Bowl. I haven't I haven't watched the NFL in like I want to say 5 or 6 years, but every single year I end up watching the playoffs and the Super Bowl. So I know what's going on, but not really interested in the game. There's a lot of people where I'm from who are going because the Super Bowl is so close. It's kind of like whenever the Super Bowl was in Arizona, people would flock there, or San Diego. I've been to the Super Bowl when the Raiders were playing the Super Bowl. I went there. I didn't go, to the Super Bowl, but we hung out and had a good old time. It's definitely it's a fun experience when you experience the NFL experience and all the parties around it. That is definitely something that's something that's fun. And my one claim to fame is I was in Mexico where I saw Warren Sapp partying, and I remember my friend looked at me and he was like, "Doesn't he have a game tomorrow?" Good times. Good times. But before we start any of the shenanigans, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the views of every single human being on planet Earth. And I hope everybody has a great evening. Pam, you actually called out exactly what I was planning on making. I even bought more frills for the side and everything. I don't even know if it was Super Bowl time again, and that's how out of it I've been. Oh. There's a lot of Niners fans here where I live, so oh, so people are letting everybody know what time of year it is around here. And Las Vegas weirdly advertises towards people in Los Angeles because I can get in my car and drive there. So we're constantly, well, I watch television, but I'm constantly being bombarded with Las Vegas ads. Literally, like, hey, you live within 3 hours driving distance. What are you doing sitting on the couch? Good times. Good times. Awesome. So I have a question. Oh, good to see you, Kilroy. If you have enough, you should make a cow print hat. I might have enough for both because the chaps really do not take up that much. And I don't know why. I start at my base of everything is 4 yards. Can I get 4 yards, please? And so I have 4 yards of the cow print. My answer to the Super Bowl is I can't wait for the NFL to go out of business. I'm I like the food, the commercials, you know. I usually have a good time, but like we'll see. 4 yards is a good base. That's what I thought. Because you could either make something small and still have a lot left over, or you can go crazy and make a ton of stuff, you know? Or you can make a coat. A long time ago, I heard someone tell me I was insane because I started at 4 yards with everything, but like I'm not sometimes I'll buy fabric not knowing what I'm gonna do with it. So I give myself enough room to make something spectacular with it, depending on what it is. There's certain things where I buy it and I'm instantly like when I bought this well, no, because when I bought this material, I was like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a bag. And then I ended up making that. I think that's interesting. So we're pretty 50-50 on the Super Bowl, huh? I don't know. I'll probably you know what? I'm one of those people. I have a television in here, so I'll have it on. The commercials are worth watching the game. I'll tell you that much. All right. Mhm. So this morning I did not make it downtown. I did not make it to enough so if you mess up, you have more to fix it. Exactly. I didn't go to my usual haunts because I just wasn't feeling well. I wasn't in the mood to sit in traffic in downtown, haggle with people. It was not in the cards for me today. But I hate all sports except for bowling because the Big Lebowski. I don't know if you've ever seen oh, what is that movie? Kingpin. But I've actually been to the stadium in Reno, Nevada. I've actually been to the bowling stadium. It's the strangest thing to walk into a stadium and you can put thousands of people in this stadium and it's a bowling alley. It's definitely a sight to see. It's definitely a sight to see. And Reno prides itself on being the smallest big city in America. The doors were open and they let me walk in. I was like, "Hey, can I walk in here?" They're like, "Hey, man, it's your world. Do whatever you want." Good times. Good times. You know what? I'm just gonna be real with myself. I've had an utter and complete fail on my no buy this month. I have. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna participate in So Frugal and act like nothing happened. Is that coming up? I need to look that up real quick. Because oh, I'll look that up later. I'm waffling back and forth because last year, I didn't want to participate, but I did, and it brought massive amounts of traffic, and there were quite a few people who were introduced to me, so I might do it again. Bowling's fun. Bowling is definitely something that's fun to do. You're gonna be selling touch. You're gonna be selling a touch and sew to buy more fabric by this Thursday. Admit it. No, I haven't got that bad. I haven't got that bad. And I don't think that there is a coat strong enough for me to be like, hey man, you need a touch and sew. Be walking around with like 80 pounds of sewing machine. All right. So last night I just started sewing, so I might as well just start sewing. I I'm not feeling as well, so I'm not shablamming like I oh, I'm like, sorry. StreamYard's just talking to me and I'm like, what? What happened? What happened? Okay. Yay. Hello, Joy. Hello, hello. How's it going? Yay. Great to see you. Great to see you. I am so disorganized tonight. I thought I was ready. I thought I had everything together. And then I hit go live and I sat here and I'm like, oh man, maybe it was all just an idea. So now I have to bring that idea into reality. Give me one quick second. Let me switch over. Awesome, awesome. Yay. Hello, hello. All right. Today I tried to stay at home, but I went I went to my one of my favorite thrift stores in the morning, and they really didn't have anything, and it makes me laugh because this particular place, every time I go in there, they have sewing machines, and I walked in, first thing they said was like, "We don't have any sewing machines." They were letting me know right off the bat, like, "Don't waste your time." Yay! Yes, yes, Joy. I am definitely gonna do something with this cow print. Part of me was like, why did I buy the cow print? Hello, Mona. Yay. Hello. How are you? How are you? Great to see you. Absolutely great to see you. When I first bought the cow print, I was like, what am I doing? But I was waffling between this really cheesy aquarium print and the cow print. And I have this weird thing where I've been falling asleep to fish tanks. I used to live in a house with a really elaborate aquarium. And although it was beautiful, I would sit in the living room and fall asleep with that thing. But I also learned that you do not want to live in the same house with like a $500,000 aquarium because it's expensive. The upkeep is crazy. So I watch aquariums on YouTube. But I was looking for this weird aquarium print, but it was just too cheesy for me. And if something's too cheesy for me, then it's extra cheesy. Yay, hello everybody. Hello, hello. And the funny thing is part of me wants to go back and buy the really cheesy print anyways. It just reminds me of like 1990s bed sheets, and I think one of the reasons why it reminds me of bed sheets is just because it's busy and bright. When you can't decide, just buy them both. Do you know what it is too? I'm so spoiled by the downtown Los Angeles prices that I was at the swap meet and the woman, and she absolutely loves me. I might go back tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go back in the morning, but she she was like, "Yeah, this is $2 a yard." You know what's so sad? I'm so used to Mr. Modelo, and he's like, "Oh, this is $1 a yard, $1.50 a yard," that I only got one. And it was just me being apprehensive about it because in downtown I'll get one of everything. Yay. Yay. I refrained from buying a machine yesterday. Good for you, Joy. What kind of machine was it? Came out empty-handed. Do you know I've reached this really weird point where I take pictures of the machines I walk past. I'm like, okay, I need proof. I have to show people I don't buy every single sewing machine I come across. Oh man. All right, let me grab my table. Hey, Dixie. Hello, hello. Welcome. Great to see you. Yay. We should have bought it and sent it to him. I don't know, a singer oldie. Was it cast iron? Was it one of the cast iron black ones? Because those are really deceptive. I've purchased all the way from like $10 to $50, and the one that I paid $10 for was worth more than the one that I paid $50 for. It's just so deceptive. Yeah, a little too costly. Do you know what's really funny? I used to get patches from somebody in England, and I'm not trying to get political, but after Brexit, the price is no longer in anyone's favor because of all the taxes and everything. He can't afford to send me patches anymore. Hey, Skids, how's it going? How's it going? Great to see you. Awesome. I'm happy for you and your Niners. Happy Super Bowl Eve to all the Niner fans. See, I was asking earlier, is anyone going to be watching the Super Bowl tomorrow? Um, I'll have it on. I'm going to be making a bunch of food and stuff. People usually come over. It's kind of a weird tradition, but I do it more for the commercials than anything else. I'll probably end up falling asleep on the couch again after I eat. 2 years ago, I ended up doing a stream. No, last year I did a stream with Phoenix. So that's how excited I was during the Super Bowl. Do you know what happens? I end up eating and then I'm like, I'm bored. So we'll see. Plastic with 3 turning knobs. Didn't look for the number. Oh, okay, okay. So Joy is not going to be watching it. Mona, not as well. I had a feeling. So we're at pretty much like 80% of people here are not going to be watching the Super Bowl tomorrow. I had a feeling. I will be sewing. That's what I did last year. I definitely plan on doing that this year as well. I know. I know you'll be watching the Super Bowl, Skids. Dixie. Yuck to watching sport. They can go shove the Super Bowl. Okay. Now that I know what room I'm in. I was just talking to a friend of mine who is like one of those stereotypical scary Raider fans. Um, and I asked him, I was like, "Are you gonna be watching the Super Bowl?" And he was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna see what else is on TV." So, oh, I always find it interesting. It's not necessarily something. Let's see. Boring. Oh, Joy, it's boring. But it's only boring if the score is like 50-0. To be fair, I'll be at the Veteran Super Bowl event, so I'm getting paid to be there. That's even better. That's awesome. That's awesome. Very thankful my husband isn't into watching games. Make that paper. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll have it on though. I'm the same way, Dixie. I'm the same way. I like the commercials. The Clydesdale commercial always makes me cry. Um, what else? There was a bunch. Those Budweiser horse commercials, man, they get me every time. And I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. And I'm like in there like there was another commercial. I can't remember. There was something else. Yay, hello, hello, everybody. There was that commercial, and then there was something else. But it had me just in tears. But it also had been from all the nitrates from the food as well. All right. So I'm gonna take Pam's suggestion. Pam, you know me so well. Do you know what the funny thing is? Is that I was gonna make chaps anyways, and then the second Pam was like, cow print chaps, I was like, for the win. Cow print chaps for the win. So Pam definitely called this one out because I wasn't gonna say anything because I try to keep the suspense going, but Pam right away knew what I was gonna make. Excuse me. I'm not crying. You're crying. Those commercials have me like, but like I've taken care of animals, and it's weird that they remember you. It's weird. So those commercials, man. Oh man. Smoke some of that California nuclear weed, and then you'll laugh at the horses. I did go talk to my hockey buddy this morning because they have weird sales whenever there's like an event or something. And plus, I go in the morning to my local dispensary, and let me tell you, who's not there is anyone, because I'm there at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, so I'm gonna try to find my template. Do you know it's such a mess over there? I'm not gonna fabric shame myself, but my I every time I clean my fabric section over there, it just grows. The mountain grows more and more every single time. Oh, right. Oh man. Okay, so this is gonna take me a second to find this. So we'll look together. Oh, you say nuclear like George Bush? Nuclear, nuclear, nuclear. I do have a strange accent. I'll admit to it. A lot of like I like a lot of people are not used to the real Southern Californian twang, but I am actually from Southern California, not the stereotype. Oh, right. Where are hmm. Okay, give me one quick second. I'm gonna go run on the other side. I finally finished organizing my sewing room. I love hanging out in there now. That is the best, Dixie. That is absolutely the best. That's one of the reasons I go out of my way to keep this place my happy place. Like there, you are not allowed to bring strife into this room. I totally understand that. I come in here and sit down, and I'm like, oh, like having a sewing room. It was a good decision for myself because it's a place I can come and unwind. It's a healthy habit. I tell people all the time to get habits, healthy habits at least. Accent. I do not hear one. Thank you. I actually quit acting like the celebrity media doesn't plaster the SoCal twang all over the world. Having like I absolutely love having a sewing room. I do. Is that am I sorry? I see the Amazon truck near my house. Do you know what's so sad? My neighbor, they're donating all this stuff. I don't even know. I don't even know if they're moving or what. But I was being kind of nosy. I walked over there. I was like, "Hey, do you guys have any sewing machines?" You know, you'll never know if you don't ask. You know, it's one of those things. All right, so I'm gonna dip out real quick and go look and see if I can find. I don't know why I am so disorganized today. Don't tell me you got high and ordered something at 4 a.m. again. Well, I actually ordered practical things. I ordered a new mic holder. I need something like this flops around my mic stand. That was one of the reasons I tried to get a new microphone in the first place, but this microphone is still better than anything Shure has to offer apparently. And so because of that, I'm trying to order better items around it because like the netting is this microphone is old, but the holder is just as old, so it's just getting, it's showing its age. So I ordered a microphone holder and I also ordered a giant back patch because I'm impractical. Oh, and I also ordered socks and they came. Just buy a $200 microphone instead of a $20 holder. But see, that's the kicker is that this is better than a $200 microphone. Ask me how I know why. That is so weird. But no fear, I have these ones. I cannot find my other pairs. But it's because I came unprepared in the stream today because I'm still a bit under the weather. But I have these beauties that I made last time. So I will definitely use these as a template. Oh, all right. That's the problem is that this microphone is better than a $200 microphone. So it utterly and completely was a failed mission. But now I have an awesome microphone from my other camera. So it kind of worked out. All right. So most people here are not going to be watching the Super Bowl, where most people are going to be sewing. What's everybody else going to be doing? What's everybody sewing right now? I know it's only 7:30 on the West Coast, but what's everybody sewing right now? What are you guys doing? What are you guys making? Sorry, I had to stop for a Pepsi. All right, so I'm either gonna find my chalk or I'm just gonna trace this old school. You know what? I am so disorganized today. I'm just going to, instead of looking for my chalk, I'm just gonna pin this and trace it. All right. It's going to take me a second because I'm going to pin the lace back while I'm tracing this so I don't cut these beautiful chaps. This was the pair that gave me enough confidence to start branching out and make them actually look like chaps. Because it's one thing just to wrap fabric around your legs, but it's another to actually add the sides, and they look amazing. So I was 100% impressed with that. All right. They look amazing. So perfect. Let me turn that down. I haven't sewn anything in months. I'm here for the coffee and the shablam. Hold on. Oh. I will oblige. I'll be all shablam. Do you know, I do watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and when people can physically drop like that and do a real life shablam, it's crazy to me. The physical prowess it takes for somebody to do that, the command of your body it's unreal. So I actually really respect people that can still do that, especially at my age. And a lot of the stuff I watch, it's mainly people my age. So the people I watch shablamming are in their 40s. It's amazing to me. Okay, I'm cutting around these because I do not want to cut these chaps. So I'm just kind of ballparking this. Perfect. Perfect. There's a weird formula to making chaps, and once you figure it out, it's kind of easy, but you could easily mess it up as well. But I think, like with anything, if you become kind of arrogant with it, you know, anything will teach you a lesson. Okay. So I'm gonna take these pieces out. So for anyone tuning in, I am still a bit under the weather, but here in the house of sewing, that does not stop me. Like I always say, I would be doing this even if I was sitting here by myself. I would be sitting here sewing. Oh, right. There we go. I'm going to make the belt a little bit higher than usual just to give myself some negotiating room. Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit higher because sometimes I underestimate my height. And I say that not even joking. Okay, perfect. Especially when it comes to portions, pants and things like that. Like when it comes to making a shirt, I know my size in and out because I've made so many. Perfect. And now we're gonna test it. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Beautiful. And now that I think about it, I might make these a little bit more wide leg. I make my chaps kind of tight. You underestimate your cake. I'm just in denial of my portions is what it is. I'm one of those people where I wear baggier pants. So you can't necessarily see And I'm not even because I'm from a certain era, okay? I remember the 80s when people would wear pants that were so tight you could like see what they were thinking. And of all trends to come and go, I'm not okay with that. So I wear a little bit more of a baggier pants. And I was watching a video the other day with Tupac, and I used to dress like that. He was wearing like a 5XL t-shirt with like 3XL pants. His shoe was going over, his cuff was going over his shoe. Those were different times. If you can't tell what religion I am, it's two times. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not a fan. You know what? To each their own. I'm not up here to anyone tuning in. I'm a bit under the weather, even though I was shablamming last night. I'm a bit stuffed, but I'm not here to judge anybody at all. But just extremely tight pants, and you know what? That's one of the reasons I'm practical. I make real clothes because it's okay to wear a pair of jeans that fit. It's okay to or not have to lie about your shoe size or I wear overalls every day. I wear coveralls or something in that region every day. Oh, here it comes. Am I about to sneeze? Okay. I thought I thought it, oh, oh man. I wear coveralls every other day or like a work shirt or something. What the funny thing is, I consider my work clothes more comfortable. I think it's because like when you're wearing coveralls, man, you can layer. They have a million pockets. During the summer, I live in overalls as well. I have a bunch of denim that I call them my work overalls. Oh man. All right. I've already lost my other pin cushion. One night I'm gonna do the Saturday night laundry stream because it always seems like on Saturday night I walk out here and I look and I'm like, how did I avoid doing all this laundry? But then I end up doing laundry all night. So one night I might come out here and just do do my laundry. And it won't be anything indecent because I wear 500 black shirts. So it'll just be me cold washing everything. Perfect. All right. Let me make sure I have the proper pins in place. I will trace this. My son wears coveralls, but only because that's his Navy wear. They're so comfortable. They are. I think we should normalize people walking around in coveralls. I heard someone go off one time. They were like, "Oh, so we're gonna live like Star Trek, where we're all gonna be wearing jumpers in the future? That's terrible." In my mind, I was like, "That's amazing." I'd wake up and be like, "Black jumper, please. Black coveralls, please." I love that. I would love that. They want you. They want you. They want you. Oh, no, thank you, Kilroy. I now have a new song stuck in my head. Oh, that's funny. I remember the. Oh, right. You know, it's so strange. I am out and about. I am a person on the weekend. I am running around. I'm doing everything I can to not be home. And today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill out today. I woke up with a full head of steam. I was ready to go, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go. It was one of those things where I thought to myself, like, well, it's not like you need another sewing machine. You've purchased everything downtown. But also, I think it's because I was at the optimal temperature, and I just did not want to get out of bed. I didn't even get up to make coffee for another half an hour after I made my decision to not leave. Ugh. And then I got up and left. But I didn't go to all my old haunts because I'm going to probably end up going to the swap meet tomorrow because they closed my local swap meet that's open on Sundays. Oh, that last cut was a little wide. And it's really sad because that swap meet has been around for over like 50 something years. But it's kind of a sign of the time. And plus, my town is really bougie, and they're trying to get rid of like flea markets and stuff like that. There's this whole fight now because they're trying to get rid of that, which I think is, I don't know. So if you see me at so if I go viral at a city council meeting, I'll try to wear a cool t-shirt so you guys can recognize me. But I'm definitely gonna have something to say about that. I'm surprised. I probably am viral in a circle I don't even know that exists, but I've gone off at a few city council meetings. And I really didn't realize how hard I was recorded until I went on the city website and I saw myself and I was like, oh yeah, they record everything. And I didn't say anything nefarious or too crazy, but like it was just craziness. Wear the chaps without the bands. We'll be able to recognize you then. Okay, but you have to organize the GoFundMe for my bail money. Because on my side of town, they do not joke around with those kind of things. So I have a question. Should I line these? You know what? No, I'm going to quit messing around. I have this really strange habit of lining everything. Oh, right. All right. All right. So I'm going to make the belt. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. That's a double yikes. In my town, you would get double arrested. They do not play. People think California, it's all hippie land. No, it is not. The hippies no, it is not. I can make a GoFundMe standing on my head. Oh. Okay. Do you know, I always make these giant WWF size belts for the chaps. Oh, it makes me laugh. Let me put these up. Do you know, of all the things I thought I would be doing in life, I have never measured myself so many times, and doing it live on YouTube was something I never thought I would be doing in my life. Okay. Wow. You know, when you live on the river of denial. Okay. Let me measure that again. You know what the funny thing is? I thought I lost weight. But my waist is like, no. Exactly. Wow. You know, seeing that number that's a harsh reality. I am this big around. Okay. We need to think of a wrestler name for you. Well, like, do you know what's so funny? I tried out for this show called Tough Enough 100 years ago. This was in the 90s. If I ever saw my audition video, I would like crawl in the corner and like stop. But I'm the same size now that I was in 1996 or whenever that show came out. And I look at the size of the people who were on the show. I would have never so I'm like Rey Mysterio size. Alexa, how tall is Rey Mysterio, the wrestler?
Rey Mysterio is 5 feet 3 inches tall.
Okay, I'm taller than Rey Mysterio. If you live in denial, you might have to build some pyramids. Well, I love a good due date on a project that'll be around so long. I know I won't be working there when when it's finished. So Mysterio. I like that. I can make a mask and everything. I would totally hang out with the luchadors. When I've actually met quite a few professional wrestlers, and like not some are extremely nice. Like Jim Duggins is the nicest human being on planet Earth. I actually met Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin was he's everything that you think he is, but he's one of the most accepting dudes you've ever met in your life. It's weird. But he is, a tough guy. But other guys I've met and I'm like, "Oh, they're rude for no reason." Lucho Libre is insane. Is that with Jack Black? Do you know I've never watched that movie all the way through? And there's another one that they're always playing on HBO. It's that one, and I think it's something. No, what is it? It's like a period. There's that, and there's another thing that Jack Black's in that they always play. Oh. All right. So I'm just cutting off pieces, just slowly shaping the belt. Oh, man. Maybe I should be drinking some water. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm still in marvel of my pant size. Perfect. All right, so now the moment of truth to see if this thing's going to go around me. I cut it bigger and everything. Okay, that's not fair. No, I'm going to try this again. That's not fair. I cut it larger and everything. There's no way. There's no way I have a size 48 waist. It's because I have my jacket on. I cut that. How did I cut that so short? Denial. This is me floating on denial. This is gonna make a great hat. This is gonna make a great hat. Oh yeah. Hey Alibaba, how's it going? Oh, sorry. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Because Kilroy and I went to the same school. And I think that's one of the reasons I haven't seen any of those movies. It's just not my thing. And I don't judge people. It's just not my thing. He's finally got to that club he's always wanted. Yay! How's it going, Ollie? Great to see you. Full Flintstone. Do you know what's so funny? I'm of that age, and I'm sure people are too. But I watched the Flintstones and the Jetsons, so they were very relevant to me as a child. Are you going to add friends? Yes, I am. I Here, let me switch the angle. I am still not feeling well. So people are wondering why I'm a bit more lethargic or out of it than usual. What is that? I'm still sick. The boom. I think I did. I don't know why. I don't know why I measured. Oh, do you know what it is? It's my size has grown and I'm in denial of it. My waist has grown. Um I was really skinny my entire life. I mean like super skinny. And I gained 50 almost 60 pounds during the pandemic and I did not lose it all. And so because I'm now a certain size and it has not gone away. And it's just me accepting my size, start building a pyramid. Yay, hello, hello. It sucks that you're still sick. How's Hans doing? Hans is he's sick too. And the funny thing is he goes to this gym on Sundays and he's trying so hard not to cough. He's trying to play it off. And like we got, we got all the parents in the room and told him like you're going to have to chill out. You're going to have to take a day off. Do you know what's so funny? I was giving my son a speech about taking a day off when I can't take a day off to save my life. But I bought some fringe for the chaps. We'll see if it's what I ordered, what I wanted. It looked like something, but like the problem is that these three were behind the display. This might be different from what I wanted, but I'll make it work. But that's okay. But the one in front was not the same as this, so I grabbed all three from the back because I wanted them to all be the same. So, let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but I could definitely make that work. That's okay. I have miles of it. Take your time and get better. I think that's my problem too. Is I really push myself. I really do. Like I make bad decisions, like go to Walmart and grab the wrong fringe, and I can. But that's okay. Is that like a winter print? I think I should just start ordering straight from like Simplicity and all these places because I basically buy like a unit every time I go. I'm that guy who walks into the store and will take whatever's row like out of that row. Oh man. All right. No, it looks like a wedding, a gown lace. I'm about to add it to some chaps right now. Oh man. All right, let me put my camera back. I'm messing around because I know that once I pin these will be over and these chaps will be done. And it's a wedding. See, I have to switch my camera back. Now I have a question to present to the chat. Is there such thing as wedding chaps? Asking for a friend. Is there such thing as wedding chaps? I guess people have worn chaps at weddings, you know. There could be now. You know, People have themed everything, and I don't want to be that guy that's like, why are you theming everything? But people do. Absolutely, says Pam. I I have like yesterday when I was talking about my Canadian tuxedo, I have full blown really nice denim that I actually keep in the plastic. The shirt and the pants match. I consider that fancy. But where I'm from in LA, people it's not too fancy. But when I lived in Oregon, everybody was like, I love your shirt and your pants. I love those. Those are amazing. Oh, those are cowboy and king themed weddings. Of course, chaps have been worn at weddings before. I know. I know. I like presenting these nebulous questions. All right. I'm gonna power through this. You know what's so funny? Like, I'm glad that I came live because I would just be sitting here. I'm one of those people where I cannot sit on the couch. Like, I truly turn into the Matt Smith Doctor Who, where like 5 minutes pass, and I'm like, "How long was that?" And they're like, "5 minutes, man." Wrong angle again. All right, so let's make the belt proper this time. I can't believe I made the wrong size. I'm just gonna make it obscenely large and go from there. This will be great for a hat or something. So I'm gonna keep this with my. I have a pile over here of large cuts and those weird cuts that I buy from Walmart. I put them under here because they're not necessarily anything larger than like 2 or 3 yards, but there's still enough where it's not like scrap size. Okay. Okay. I think this is long enough. Good grief. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. Do you know what it is? I'm just in denial, and I am like, does it take a full yard to wrap around me? Okay, perfect. Perfect. I'll cut it right here. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, so now we can continue. Do you know what? It's just I measured myself and it wasn't big enough. That is hilarious. And I think because I have gained a significant amount of weight and I noticed I I was like, wait a minute. Why is that not fitting? But you know what though? It's my age. For as much as I complain about my weight and stuff, I accept myself because it's my age. I accept all these things because it just happens with age. When I hit my 40s, I started going like this, and that's okay. I was an extremely tiny person, and then I became, then I hit my 40s, and and that's okay. Gaining weight with age is okay. I just want to put that out there. Because I always seem like I'm down or anything like that. It's more of the fact that I'm just in denial of my dimensions, really, is what it is. Until I actually have to measure myself, and I'm like, oh, wow. But in no way, shape, or form am I anti being yourself. Oh. And now that I think about it, no one's called me skinny in years. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, you know what? I might surge this together. Let me make sure the ends are completely even on this. I'm not gonna I'm gonna chop this down a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna go for a decent size. Okay. Perfect. Oh, black fringe. I didn't even think about that. Uh, Do you know why? I have made friends with a woman at my local Walmart at the counter because I'm addicted to buying fabric. I completely forgot. Today I went to Walmart because I went out earlier and I promised Hans. I was like, "Hey, bro, if you get up, we can go out." But he wasn't up. So when I came back, he woke up and he was like, "Oh, you took off." I was like, "Hey, man, we can go." He was like, "I want to go to Walmart," and part of me was like, "Okay." So I purchased 4 yards. I love this fabric. I use this stuff for the lining for everything. Absolutely everything. But when my friend, we were chopping it up, having a good old time, and I'm just sitting there grabbing lace, and I was too busy talking to her than thinking about what I was gonna do. No, Pam, he made that. That's bad. He's gonna take a nap in it. Lay off the Popeyes for a while. Popeyes is so good. That Popeyes price will have you lay off of it though. The under the counter pop up creepy like Walmart fabric lady. No, no, that was the woman at Hobby Lobby. I'm not kidding you, Ollie. I'm not kidding you. I think it's because I didn't see where she came from. She to me because of my vantage point, it looked like she came out from under the fabric counter. I'm not kidding you. And I was just like, what is happening right now? What is happening in my face that this woman just popped up out of nowhere? She still freaks me out. That's the manager. I scare her. She follows me around, and I feel like she needs supervision because she's all huffy, and it's my patches that scare her. Hobby Lobby is wild. Hobby Lobby is so wild. I wonder. I need to get one of those spy cams. I need to get like a lapel camera. Every time I go into Hobby Lobby, they go into full prayer circle. I'm literally just going for fabric. Good times. I have good times at Hobby Lobby. That woman legitimately scared me though. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I love that fabric too. I uh, I think it's because I watch a lot of designer stuff. I watch a lot of people who critique fashion, and I'm one of those people. I get things from everywhere. I'm not a snob. I don't think I'm better than other people. And so because of that, I don't look down at Walmart fabric. Some of it washes terrible, but I've purchased fabric from downtown that washes terrible. I purchased this stinky fabric from downtown, and that stuff had my room smelling like burning gas. Hey, Gilly, have it like Jersey Shore, and just hire a cameraman to follow you. Oh, that would be awesome. Whatever. Hobby Lobby is weird. And I thought it was only Hobby Lobby, but it's like certain people but you know what though? I don't think it's anything more than I walk in looking scary. And then I'm like, "Hi." I just want fabric. I'm not trying to malign anyone. How's it going, Gilly? Great to see you. Great to see you. Yay. Hello, hello. Hope you're feeling well. I really don't like the stuff that bleeds color. I agree. I agree. There are certain things, and some of this material is intended for patio furniture, and they don't tell you. Some of it is literally made only for patio furniture, but it makes me think because if it gets rained on or if it gets sun damage, it'll fade. Because what happens if it fades after a couple washes, you know? Yay. It gives a total different look to what I thought I was buying. I agree. There, and you know what? There was one time I was standing at the counter and this woman, she took it upon herself. She's like, "Hey, be careful. Some of this fabric bleeds." I'm like, "I know. I know. I love family a bit too much." I'm the same way. I'm gonna move. You know, it's so funny. I tell my family all the time. I said I'm gonna move to a state where none of you guys live. But I have a big family, so that's like it's hard to plan that. Okay. Actually, you know what? That's perfect. And it'll have just enough integrity. That's perfect. I'm gonna fold it in on itself, call it a day, hit it with the serger, and start with the sides. Perfect. Oh, all right. Perfect. I'm gonna pin the belt in place. My shitty, the shitty half of my family removed themselves from my life a few years ago, and I don't know what they're up to, and I never want to know. You trust me, it's better off. It's you're trust me. It's the same way with me in a lot of ways. Man, dang phone. Predictive text. Okay. I have said this, Pam. Auto text and I do not get along to the point where in my phone, if I hit autocorrect is evil, awful, or something that I can't say on YouTube always pops up because I'm always typing that in. Because like something will come out as gibberish, and I'm like, that's not what I intended. But I do. Oh, I love fabric a bit too much. Okay, I just saw that. I do love my family as well. There's a few I can't stand. But I have that same problem, Pam. I have that same problem. And I think my son knew that this morning because he was so disappointed. Because even if we don't go somewhere, like he knows with me, like I'm good for a trip to the donut shop, you know. He I'm trying to wean him off of Slurpees, you know, because he's like when he was younger, I he loved Slurpees, but now I'm like, yeah, yeah maybe we shouldn't have 50-ounce Slurpees. Oh, but we ended up going to Walmart. So I bought that fabric. You know what's so funny? I think it's back when I didn't know what I was doing. It's so stiff, it would make everything look extra crisp. And so I still in my head use that as a backup because it's just I know how to work with that material. So on certain projects I'll use that as a lining depending on what it is. And I've learned with a lot of that Walmart stuff, it will wash as long as you cover it in Scotch Guard. Yay. I thought this was Mr. Vegetarian we're talking about. He loves Slurpees. You know what? He's funny. He picks and chooses. He'll be healthy. And you know, he's healthy in a certain way. Then we go to 7-Eleven and he'll show up with a Slim Jim and a Slurpee. And I'm like, do you know what's in that Slim Jim? But you know what though? My parents were such hardcore disciplinarians. They said no to everything. And whatever they were trying didn't work. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead, kid. Go ahead. Okay. So these seem like they're a little bit bigger, but I'm wearing a little bit more of a baggier jean today. So we're gonna see how this turns out. Oh, that's already gonna look awesome. Okay. What sewing machine is on my desk? Good old baby lock. I feel like I've cheated on my sewing machine because the Singer Simple runs like it's brand new. I still have yet to find a problem with it. Whatever was wrong with it, I fixed it. The knock is gone. It's running like a brand new machine. And for like, for a domestic sewing machine, it's an amazing machine. All right. Perfect. All right. Let me get my wedding lace. At least with this, I know what I'm getting. When I went downtown, I'm still kind of miffed at that young lady when I told her I wanted 4 yards, and she charged me for 4 yards, but she only gave me like 2.5. And it is what it is. It was a couple bucks, but it's the principle. And you know what's funny? I'm really good at math. Like, so you can't like necessarily rip me off. I should, what am I gonna do? Walk around with a measuring stick? Should I bring my measuring tape with me? Maybe I should. I've been sewing. I've been seeing $200 pin machines lately here. A brother and oh wow, they would fetch way more in Cali. It's the strangest thing to me where we pay higher prices here. We do for everything. For everything. All right. Beautiful. I'm just lining this up to where I have enough room where it's hanging out, but enough to sew on it. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, whoops. There we go. The place I go to, the place I go to have the measure on the table. They have the same thing here. I actually that is one of my that's something I'm gonna do. I know people have these giant like sewing rooms in their head and all these things they want to build. I want a giant 11-foot table like they have at Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Those giant sewing tables are amazing. They're huge. I need to get one of those. Okay. I definitely would love having one of those. Could you imagine all the projects that you could get done? I would have like 5 projects going on at once. Oh, I would love to have a giant 11-foot table like that. I wonder how. You know what? I'm gonna start looking into that. because they have to get someone to actually make that for them. There's those tables are not they do not come that size. Okay. Perfect. All right, we make sure. Yep, I'm making cow chaps with white frill. Oh, perfect, perfect. All right. Almost done with the first side. Then we'll wash, rinse, and repeat on the other. Perfect. Beautiful. Yay! Hello, butterfly. Hello, hello. All I have now is a 1950s kitchen table with, oh wow, smallish but holds 3-panel cutting mat. Wow, that's actually fairly sized. I had a giant octagon table that I used to sew on. That's actually on the side of my house. I miss that table. Hey, butterfly. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. We are moving. I love it. I love it. I'm going full cow chaps this evening. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Oh, that's awesome. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. Oh, I gotta take a water break. My back is starting to hurt. Oh. That's how I know I don't feel well because my body's still a bit sore. Whoops. I thought that was. I had a lapse, a momentary lapse. All right. Perfect. So I have to even this out on the other side like I did the other one. Okay. Yay. Hello, hello. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather. That's why I'm not full shablamming like I always do. I caught whatever's going around and it is not nice to me this time. And then at night I try to sleep and my back hurts so much I can't sleep. So I end up participating in live streams in the UK. Do you know there are people that probably think that my so-called life lives somewhere in like Chiswick or something. Like they probably think I live in the UK because I'm like wide awake when I should be asleep. Perfect. Okay. All right. So I finally got some decent cuts on that. So I'm gonna start lining it again. That dang flu is really slamming people. Texas has been hit hard. Same here, butterfly. And my son is in denial. Like I tried to get him to stay home, but he wanted to go hang out and he's going to go to a Super Bowl party and make everybody sick. Ah, hey butterfly. My problem is the damn cat likes to lay on top of me, so a little back pain gets amplified a lot because you're trying not to move. Oh, I know what you're saying. Oh, that's the worst. I'm a roller. Like in my sleep, I don't even. I'm a roller. I move around. I have very involving dreams. I'm one of the. I wake up tired. Oh, yay. Oh, it's in Canada as well. That means the flu's going around. It's just that time of year. You know what? It makes me feel better though because I got hit really hard, but I didn't like it's not I think a couple of years ago I got hit with the flu and I lost like 15 pounds and you could tell like it was bad. Like I got so sick. It was the worst. I rock and roll like Elvis. I do too in my sleep. It's the strangest thing. I don't even know what's wrong with me. And there's quite a few people that have told me they're like, "Nah, dude, you roll and like ah, I'm one of those weird people." The cat also will stay on you longer if you have a fever. It's been rough. It has. And like I've been trying to tell my son like if you rest, you'll feel better. But, no rest for the leery and the weary. I'm glad, you know what, though? I'm not glad that I'm not the only one, but I'm glad that I can share my story and I'm not the only one, though, because this week was rough. Like, it's been a while since I've been sick. I still had to go to work. I still had to participate in life, pretend like to be around people that I had to pretend like I like being around them. It was a rough week. This definitely was a rough week. And when you're sick, everything is double effort. Everything. Well, your son takes after his dad. I begged him to stay, but he wanted to go hang out. And I was like, fine, but he'll learn. Okay, so add the fringe on this one. I have a feeling my mom's probably going to get sick. Oh, that is not long enough, but it is for the other side. So it's just being passed around and around. Perfect. Oh, right. Let me hold this side as I'm throwing this on. Perfect. And you know what's funny? My back never hurts at this angle until I don't feel well. And then all of a sudden I'm like aging myself. Don't know what happened. Oh, perfect. Oh man. All right. Sorry. I'm trying to I get all quiet when I'm pinning because I'm trying to do it in a place where I won't run it over with the sewing machine. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Dixie Doodle. And it was my. Do you know what's so funny that you would say that? I kept on telling myself like, oh, I am not gonna let this week be wasted. But it kind of was because I was sick the entire week. So it wasn't like, you know what though? I'm of a certain age where like I don't know. I don't have big giant parties on my birthday anyways. So it's not like I was like looking forward to a giant party, but it's one of those weird things on your birthday as you get older. I don't know. I hit a certain age where I'm like, why am I even celebrating? But I'm not mad about it though. I'm trying not to sound cynical. We'll be here, butterfly. I'm finally, I'm finally seeing on the belt loops for the shorts I am working on. Oh, so I have a quick question because I just discovered something today. Has Have you guys discovered the fact that people are going live on YouTube Shorts? My son showed me and I fell into a rabbit hole. I turned off my phone. I was like, no, it's too much YouTube for today. That back pain can be a potential problem when you're sick and get dehydrated. Then we'll take the fluid from the discs, and I've always thought that, Alibaba. I've always been like that. When my back hurts, I'm like, oh, I'm not drinking enough water. I'm not drinking enough water. I've always thought that. I should bring that up with a doctor next time. You know, it's so sad. I've had that my whole life. I've just become used to it. Yay! Oh, puppy wrangling. Like I said, the universe is 14 billion years old. Celebrating just 1 year is like having a parade every time you take a piss. The older I get, it just like, hey, I'm here for good food. If you want to go out to eat, man, we don't have to be my birthday. I'll go out with you on a Tuesday for some really good food. I'll put decent clothes on. I've never seen. Okay. So Alibaba on YouTube right now. I would go on there, but it's so weird. It's because it's the Wild Wild West right now, and they don't have the same parameters. So people are going live on Shorts. If you go to YouTube Shorts and you pause it, all of a sudden you have an option, and you can hit live, and all of a sudden you'll be introduced to a whole new universe. My son was so proud of himself because he's like, "Let me see your phone. I'm going to show you something that you don't even know about your own phone." And it was it's weird to me to see the kind of people that jump on stuff like that, you know. I like new universes. He was proud, and he showed me something I did not know. I did not know, and I learned this today about live shorts on YouTube. And they have a weird non-regulation, and so right now it's this weird wild wild west thing where like there was some dude smoking a J on his porch, there was another person preaching, there are people all over the world, a bunch of languages I don't speak. Well, I only speak like three, so let's be real. Let's be real. Going live on shorts seems like an oxymoron. Kilroy, it's brand new, so it's raw. It is raw. My son told me that he thinks they're trying to bring down TikTok. So basically, they're turning YouTube Shorts into TikTok. So YouTube Shorts will basically become just like TikTok. And it's working because every time I go on there, there is some shrub like, let me tell you my opinion about everything that you never wanted to know. This is why I stick to sewing and all the terrible things I make. Because we all have opinions about everything, but like we could be here all day arguing about nonsense. But the YouTube live shorts, it's a whole new world. I've been I've been seeing stuff like that. Exactly, Pam. It's weird. There was somebody in Ross, and I legitimately stopped. And I was like, "Oh, their Ross looks like mine." And then my second thought was like, "Oh, William, you are so easily entertained." Click off, click off. So to anyone who doesn't know, you could go on YouTube live. I'm sorry, YouTube Shorts. Pause it, and there's an option to go to either watch lives or go live. Oh, I should go live. Should I go live from Modelo Man's? Should I go live from downtown? Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, so-called live on location. So you think I should, huh, Dixie? You think I should? I love. I try to go there every other week now because I go crazy there, and for the prices that man offers me, like I don't want to tell him to charge me more, but like I walk away with hundreds of yards and I pay less than $30. When I would go to Hobby Lobby and pay $75 for like I don't know 18 to 22 yards of fabric, depending on what I was buying. Back in the day, whenever I would go buy fabric from the fabric store, like even on sale days, I would spend like $75 at Hobby Lobby. I'd spend like $50 at Joanne. And ever since I found downtown, I don't go anywhere near that price anymore. It's worth the gas. I would have gone for that large silk on the pallet thing for $140. It's still there. It is still there. Oh, right. All right. So I'm gonna move. Well, yeah, I can keep my table in here. Oh. All right, I want to move everything over and get ready to start serging and sewing, but I'm gonna pick up a little bit because it's just a mess in here. And every time I start sewing, I just start throwing fabric over my shoulder, and it just creates a giant mess. Oh. Oh, okay. Perfect. A gamble I would take. Oh shit, smoke break. I know I need one of those myself, even though I don't smoke nicotine anymore. All right, so I have my leg pieces ready to go. I'm gonna serge the belt piece. I was gonna measure it again, but after the speech I gave, I'm not gonna measure it again. All right. All right. Beautiful. Perfect. Oh, do you know what is under my foot but a touching so? Oh man, That thing, oh, poor touch and sew is in the way. I have so many, they're just moving around this room by themselves. Oh, right. Beautiful. Do you know what's really funny? Like, I'm sitting here making these, and I'm like, whenever I'm making stuff, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But when I put them on, I'm like, I'm so glad I did this. So I know these are going to come out great. I can already see how awesome the cow print's going to look. Awesome. Perfect. Mm. Mm. Okay, let me see. I'm going to take the pins out and see if I have any room to negotiate with this, to take any space off of this at all. Like I was saying earlier, it's important to measure yourself. I gave myself an extra couple of inches just so I'd have room to negotiate, but we'll see if I've chopped that off in the process. First, let's make sure that stitch is perfect. Serger for the win again. Oh, perfect. Perfect. There's more than enough overlap on that. Like I was saying earlier, like I accept the changes in my body and I'm okay with it. For as much as I gripe and say certain things, like I'm okay with gaining weight. It's part of aging. At least in my case. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know what happened with you, my friend. We're going to do that one more time. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. I always. Oh, man. Oh, right. I am making cow print chaps. Where's the other side? These are going to be awesome. This is the belt piece, which I'm going to stop. And now I'm going to move over to the sewing machine. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm going to move a few things from my table. Wedding. It's a nice day for a white wedding. Oh, now that's stuck in my head. Oh, man. I'm glad that we've graduated from the older songs. But we will rah rah forever. I don't want anyone to forget. Or I think I'm abandoning rah rah. The laces. And the funny thing is, did I use black lace on my other pair? I think I did. I did. I really don't know what I was thinking today. I have no idea what I was thinking. Oh man, I am all right. Look, we haven't hung out in a while. It's been a while, you know. I'm sorry. I found another machine, but it doesn't work better than you. It doesn't. I truly feel like I've neglected my baby lock sewing machine. I do. I truly feel like I have. Oh, right. This thing is an absolute workhorse. If you're looking for a domestic sewing machine that's not heavy, it's light. I have a baby lock Natalie, and this thing is amazing. It's amazing. Natalie does not joke around. I don't know why we name sewing machines after people, but its name is Natalie. Okay. Oh, where's the other machine? Oh. Ah! Okay. Wow, I did all of that for an empty bobbin. Man, that's a metaphor for this week. All right, I have my trusty, dusty Janome ready to wind some bobbins. That is so strange. I'm going to use a different thread though, because I have like an upholstery thread here, but I do not know how it's necessarily going to hold up in the bobbin. So I'm going to use this other stuff that I have. We'll give it a go. Do you know what's so funny? When I purchased this Janome, I did not think that this was going to become my bobbin winder. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be able to handle this. We shall see. Perfect. All right, so we're going to find out if I should have just put this on the holder to begin with. Perfect. Poor baby lock. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's good. It completely emptied the spool. I didn't realize how much thread there wasn't on there, but it just happened to fill the bobbin. Oh, that's hilarious. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to get this machine out of the way. All right. Do you know, one day I will figure out why I have, I think 3 pairs of the same scissor, and they're on that side of the room. I bought another fancy pair, I was like, okay, these will live on the serger side. These will live over here. It has not worked. It has not worked at all. Oh, that's hilarious. So I'm sitting here, looking for a pair of scissors, knowing there's a few in this room. Oh, right. Perfect. Perfect. I'm trying to think the last time I used this machine. It hasn't been like, oh, it's been a month or something, but it's been a week or two since I've used this machine. So if it gives me trouble, I'll understand why. Perfect. The one thing is, I got used to sewing on this sewing machine. This became my machine because it's so dependable. But then when I branch out and the Singer Simple, it works. Perfect. All right. I serged the belt, but I'm gonna sew the sides onto the pants. The funny thing about the serger is I was able to flop the fabric over and make the belt extra thick, because now it's like 4 layers of material on both sides. So the serger actually really helped out on that side. But this is a team effort tonight with the serger and the sewing machine. And lately, I've been serging my face off. And you know what? I want to thank Pam for letting me know that I could put I could put the furry material in the serger. I was scared, and my serger could handle it. So it opened up whole new doors. The serger does make things go by way faster. I will say that. Okay, let me back this chair up a little bit. All right. Perfect. All right, I'm going to try to bring this to the side as much as I can, but we'll see what happens. Was it trimming 4 layers? Yeah, it was trimming all 4 at once, too. And it ate right through them with no problem. So far, the serger is everything that people said it wasn't. But that particular serger is 50-50 across the board. It has some of the best and some of the worst reviews I've ever seen. I think people buy things thinking like it's an industrial or something. Oh, ho, ho, ho. This is not. Oh, you're not liking the frill, huh? Let's see how it looks underneath, though. Oh, that's. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, never mind. It's only terrible right there. Okay. Oh, it's really not liking the lace. My machine is really not liking the lace. Are you mad at me because I haven't used you in a while? Oh, that's hilarious. I'm telling you, Ollie Papa, you were here like a year and a half ago. I was anti-surger, and look at me now. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I am super sneezy today. Perfect. All right. Beautiful. So there are certain items I fall in love with making, like jackets, all kinds of crazy stuff. But I love making chaps. Making chaps put the biggest smile on my face. Some of those lace has plastic, some sort. Totally. It's from Walmart too, so I wouldn't be surprised. It's only terrible right there. I live by I can fix that. My middle name is I can fix that. Oh, I can fix that. Thank you, Dixie. Thank you. I thought I heard a needle strick. It sounded like it. The baby lock though, it has a really hard plate underneath, so when it hits, it bangs against the machine and it rattles. I have 3 surgeries, Ollie. I love using all 3. Each has different purpose. That's awesome. You know what's so funny? I was thinking about getting another one just for different colors. Uh, but if it shows just a glance blow. 3/4 thread. Awesome. Awesome. It really you know what? It's also the sound it's hitting on the it might be cheap plastic. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely making a sound. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. There's one leg. Beautiful. There's a there's a cheap industrial 5 thread here for cheap, and I just might a Juki. I'll tell you, still to this day, I'm mad because I walked away from 2 industrial Jukis. Still to this day, I'm mad because I walked away from those. My 5 thread I use for sewing seams together, and the 3 and 4 is used for sewing on just one layer. That's awesome. All right. So now that I know that, This now that I know the problem with this, I will definitely take caution on the second side and not repeat the same mistakes that I did on the first side. Or I'll just repeat new mistakes or create new mistakes. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Beautiful. Apparently a pin has fallen out on this side. I can easily fix that. Oh, a pin definitely is falling out. I'll find it later with either my shoe or the vacuum. Perfect. Do you know, one day I'm going to show the just unreal amount of thread I get in my vacuum. Once a week, I have to completely cut my vacuum down. I was also thinking about sock knitter Victorian area mint. Oh, man. I just ordered a bunch of socks today. I would love to be able to make my own. Absolutely, Alibaba. Absolutely. I can edge one layer with something else still. My 5 thread is also a cover stitch machine, but don't use the cover stitch. It's too wonky. Love the 5 thread with the chain stitch. Do you know that totally reminds me of my Morris sewing machine for over 3 or 4 years. I've been trying to get the swan stitch to match, to actually work. The machine works in every other way. It's a retro, crazy looking machine. But if you ask that Morris to do the swan stitch, in which it says that it has the capability to do, it will completely bonk on you. Never seen a sewing machine just stop. Good old Morris. That was a that you know what's funny? I I can't say that my Morris was the first Japanese clone. Um because I had that Bel Air the entire time. I've had that was my grandmother's machine, so I've had that this entire time. But like when I started getting around Morris and all those, it made me realize how many um bootleg sewing machines there really were out there. And that's when I fell in love with that world of bootleg sewing machines. Perfect. Perfect. I would have to sell on Temu or something and be most expensive socks. I'm thinking of buying a Baby Lock Euphoria cover stitch machine. It's barely used. Does anybody use a cover stitch? Ooh. So does anyone use a cover stitch? From my experience, Baby Locks are amazing machines, but I'm biased. Also, I'm like that with Husqvarna Vikings, but I know not machines are all created equal. I have a few bootleg singers made in Canada. I have a few Canadian made singers. Oh, Joy does. Awesome. Joy uses a cover stitch. I have not used a cover stitch, but I do not use it very often. But I do historical like sewing. Oh man. All right, let's start attaching the pieces. I'm not even gonna I'm just gonna find the middle of this belt, pin it and sew it. Not even gonna overcomplicate. Oh, I said I wasn't going to overcomplicate this, but then I forgot. What I'm going to do, measure 5 times, cut once, as they say. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta take my. Oh yeah, I gotta take the other parts into consideration. Oh yeah. Okay. So now that I remembered, I'm gonna have to shimmy into this thing. I will make the belt. I'll give it a little bit more room. Now that I'm remembering the last time I had to shimmy into one of these things. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm glad I remembered that. Oh, this thing is not happy. I have not used it in a week. Oh, that's funny. All right. Perfect. So now that is the outside. I'll attach the sides. Which side do I want, the top or the bottom? I'll make that the top. That's the bottom. Perfect. I made these sides fairly large. Perfect. So I'm going to pin this in place while I have perfect positioning. Yay. I've never heard of a cover stitch. You know what, Dixie? I'm taking notes as well. My fake singers are 1873, 12 stylish. I have so many. I have to look. Now you really have me thinking. Like I have to look. And I have this one singer that was made in Canada. I want you to I really am wondering where it's from. This I used it when I was stitching ruffling layers. But for everyday sewing, I think it's not necessarily machine, as you can use twin needle. I've always wondered about that as well. I've always wondered about that. I'm gonna start making capes. Awesome! Capes are awesome. Do you know butterfly? I just started I got a giant piece of fabric and I laid on the floor. And I cut around my body size and I slowly cut the cape down. That was like how I measured the first cape. All right, make sure there's no pins in this. Perfect. Okay, so that side is pinned. This side is ready to go. I got to make sure these legs are even though, because nothing worse than uneven legs. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to sew these in place. And then I'm going to laugh at myself again. And for anyone wondering, yes, I do sit up at night and think about these things. Like, what should I make? Since I went furry spectacular last night. Last night I didn't go for the full hours, but I did almost a full shablam last night. All right, so we're gonna put the needle down. I'm gonna move my positioning this way. Perfect. Beautiful. Perfect. And I didn't even sew the chaps on themselves like I thought I did a minute ago. Perfect. Awesome. Yes, you need a zigzag machine for it, but I believe there's a setting on the machine for just a twin needle. Excuse me. I've always wondered about that. Thanks, Joanna. I have used my double needle and like the results. Maybe I'll just stick with the double needle. I went through a double needle phase where I was putting them in everything because I liked how it reinforced everything. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Those keeps are looking good. Canadian ones are similar, but the ones I have see okay. And shorten. Oh, my fur capes would be gorgeous. Just keep in mind, like, they're a mess. Oh, that's awesome. I would have to prepare for something like that. There's a few at Guided Age World Tour era online here. I like that double needle. There's a when I started buying certain machines, like I started testing them out. I like the twin needle look. I love that look. But like I always say, reinforce your seams. That's not just a saying, it's a way of life around here. And so, anything that will reinforce like that, I love. So I fell in love with that double needle look. And I'm laughing because when I used to find certain puzzle boxes, I'd be like, what's this or what's this? And I laugh because there's a lot of stuff I didn't know and I would just start sewing with it. Like I literally taught myself how to use a buttonholer by just putting it on and being like, oh, let's see how this works. All right. So we're almost done. There we go. Got that leg piece. This leg piece can be right here. Let me lay this flat. There we go. Perfect. All right. Perfect. I just looked at some online. Wow, beautiful. I'm going to be making them for cosplay. Awesome. Awesome. Butterfly. The cosplay folks love them. I love that butterfly. Ozzy Osbourne would love one too. Ozzy's a legend. I will not ever have anything bad to say about Ozzy. Uh, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then I'm gonna throw those on. Speaking of Ozzy, did anybody else see him yelling at Kanye West on Twitter? I saw a story about it. I didn't like necessarily click on it to see what was said. How bad was it? I can imagine what he said. Whew. All right. I think it's almost clean enough in here. Got sewing machines all over the place. All right. Let me make sure all the pins are out of this thing before I put them on, because you will hear me scream if not. Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
45. And why are you low again? Alexa, why does your volume keep going down? She didn't like that question. No, I wish. I hope you get to do that someday, Alibaba. Alibaba. Kanye can get all the money taken away from him and give it to us. See, I didn't see what he said. I didn't see because I constantly listen to and talk about Ozzy. I haven't said it in a while, but when I was younger, I would go to anything that had Ozzy Osbourne's name on it. And they always have festivals. And I live in LA, so there's always shows. So I love Ozzy. So now Ozzy's always up in my YouTube feed and my face. It doesn't matter. All right. Perfect. Oh man. I'm definitely gonna have to put my boots back on for this one. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Well, the belt, I had to give it some room so that it was able to, go over the back part of my body that I always forget to measure. It's so funny. I always forget to take the backside into consideration. Perfect. Oh, pull my jeans down a little bit. Oh. All right, let me put my boots on. Oh. These boots are easier to put on because they're like seriously leathered and weathered. These are like 8 or 9 years old, so they slip right on, even for an extremely high boot. Oh. Oh, perfect. No tear or anything. Oh, did he copyright strike Kanye or something? It's more than that. Ozzy said he hated Kanye because of the anti-Semitic and the heartache he's causes so many. That's what I thought. Because I saw that. That was the headline. Um, oh, on this one article that I chose not to read. Do you know why? It's because there's so much strife that I'm like, oh, here we go. Just more just stuff that talking heads are going to talk about ad nauseum. Oh man, I look like I'm in Toy Story. You know, here in the House of Sewing, I am constantly trying to reinvent the wheel and think of things to sew. But I will say, chaps are still amazing. Okay. All right. It was worth it. I love how these came out. Nope, hold on. Let me pull my belt up a little bit. Oh, let me get my hat. Oh. All right, I have to look and see how these chaps look. I love how these came out. Thank you, Joy. Prince was bad for that with the drum machine sound all the same. Do you know James Brown hated hip hop? He sued rappers and all kinds of people. Oh my gosh. I love how these came out. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I'm like looking at my screen. Oh, that's funny. I love how these came out. Thank you, Butterfly. Thank you so much. It fits my cowboy motif. Oh, that's hilarious. Let me take my jacket off. My temperature is jumping all over the place, so I'll need that in 10 minutes. But I love how these came out. Thank you, Alibaba. Thank you, Dixie. They look good. I can't believe it. I know. I know. After all of that drama that I. Thank you, Butterfly. It's so funny. I'm getting better at I made these a little bit bigger because these pants are just a tad bit baggier than what I would wear. That turned out better than I thought it would. Thank you. You know what? I'm telling you, it's the cow print. I didn't know what to do because I thought the cow print was gonna look hokey, but like, cow print chaps go together like peas and carrots. And of course, the lace goes to the back and the wind around. I love how these came out. Left side looks low to the right. Well, I like I always say, I'm a bit uneven myself. And I'm not even saying this to be funny, and most people are like this, but my right leg is considerably longer than my left one. Not like noticeable, but this is me standing up straight. Left side looks low. So that you may just be seeing my unreal portion. Oh, it's the same size but dropping. Oh, also because I made the belt loose. I need to stop being scared. I have a million eye hole. What are they called? I have a million buttons and all kinds of things that I just need to start using. Every grommet on earth, every tool to use them. I just need to start using them. I do have buckets, belts, and loops and all kinds of snaps. Something is causing it to drop. Oh, to droop. Oh, it's the fact that I didn't make the belt super tight and I'm not letting it go super high. I'm just gonna stand here like this for a minute and enjoy. Awesome, awesome. I'm definitely calling this one a victory tonight. Oh, we have a seat. Oh man. And I was telling Waternate pretty soon I'm gonna pull out all my old denim and show you that I already have all that stuff that Balenciaga sells. I have all that stuff and I got it at the thrift store. Oh, that was definitely a victory. Only took me 2.5 hours. I'm definitely not feeling well. It took me 2.5 hours to make chaps. Almost perfect for a pirate. That's another name I was thinking about was pirate sewing, but then it would have really pigeonholed me. It would have really put me into a category, you know. They would have expected maritime themes at all time, you know. Oh, do you know, I have not felt well at all this week. And instead of sitting around, I made like 3 pieces. I bought a sewing machine. I made a vest last night. I'm really bad at resting. I am really bad at taking it easy. Oh man. So what should I make next? Do you know I need some help actually. I think I might do on Monday I might do a pattern cutting party. Because there's quite a few patterns I need to either trace or cut out. Like that tuxedo top is easy. I just need to cut the pieces out. I have um a new collared shirt pattern I really want to use because I love those $3 patterns from Walmart. So I love Mimi G and her husband Norris, I think is his name. They make amazing patterns and they have these new patterns. I think they're called Made by Me or Sew for Me or something. Where I live, they're $20 a pop. Like, I'm not going to pay $20 a pop for, I don't know. I paid $20 for the Mimi G R11407 for the overalls. Pam has that overalls as well. But I fell in love with this pattern. I think it's because I've purchased a bunch of $20 patterns. I'm like, why am I paying so much? Because there's no difference. And I know it's the cut and the amount of paper, but why is this $3? And I have one that's similar to this, and it was like $8. There's just no rhyme or reason to patterns. $3 patterns, you're a cheap date. So I have quite a few things that I need to trace and cut or just do something about, you know. So I might do that very soon because there's all these really cool things that I want to do. I just have to get off my duff and cut the patterns out and do them. Especially that Western jacket. I have the tracing paper and I still have not cut out the pattern. My guy has been sitting here with his super long arm for a while now. You'll never see that arm. Look how I wish my arms were that long. I could scratch my knees standing up. I'd get so much done if my arms were that long. I would be able to type like this. But I want to trace this because I do not want to destroy that pattern. So I'm going to trace that one. The old butterfly is heading out of the corral. Have a great night, butterfly. I'm gonna be ending this soon. I'll be back at it on Monday though. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Hopefully hopefully everyone feels better too. Hopefully everyone feels better because there is definitely something going around. And when I'm sick, I'm in such a rotten mood when I'm sick. So I'm glad that everyone showed up tonight. Because I was not feeling it all day. I was not feeling it. So I'm actually really glad that people showed up this evening. Yay, have a great evening, butterfly. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I keep on hitting the wrong camera. And there's quite a few patterns I want to take. I need to do something about it. It's just I've been procrastinating on them. And then I buy more patterns. Butterfly, it was a Belle Epoch. Awesome. My meds aren't messing with me like they have on Thursday and Fridays, so that's good. Just at the normal and muscle aches. I am so sorry. I told you, I actually live like that because of my breathing. It pushes up against my lungs, so my sides are always sore. I'm so sorry, Kilroy. Awesome! Yay, butterfly! Yay! Get me into the cape with the vented back. Awesome. You know what's so funny? I'm constantly fishing for thumbnails, and I come across James Brown's cape. I might make a cape like that because James Brown's cape was just a giant cape with sequins, but in the middle it had a giant patch that said James Brown, the Godfather of Soul, and he never deviated. Like he wore different capes, but like he always wore that weird maroon cape. That was his cape forever. Oh my god, dude, the James Brown cape. I want to do that. I'm gonna my so-called life, the Godfather of. So I have to think of something snarky for the giant patch on the back though, because James Brown had this giant back patch. And he never deviated throughout the decades. He didn't care that like the cape from the 60s wasn't necessarily good in the 80s. He kept going. He never changed his cape. He had that cape style forever. It was the same cape too. Like he had a cape man. I got into it the other night where I was doing my YouTube crackpot research where I found down this rabbit hole of James Brown's cape man. It was actually really interesting. And he made more money in a year than I have literally holding a cape. It was actually a really interesting story. I do as well. I do. I do as well, Alibaba. They just don't make music like that anymore. But I think every generation says that. My my parents were not biased towards my music, you know. It was a whole different generation. I carried around a suitcase full of cash. Wow. There's quite a few people like that. All right. Well, we came, we saw, we made champs. I'm still a bit under the weather, so I'm reserving my shablam. Um, you guys are awesome. I absolutely love hanging out with you guys. That's why I come and do this all the time. You guys make this channel, so I absolutely thank you. I thank everybody who's made it this far. Anyone who watches this in the future, I thank you because there's quite a few of you. I'll be back at it on Monday for sure. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Be careful out there. In America, it's a crazy weekend and Super Bowl weekend, so all the crazies are out. When the kids do that electro music here from me there, I totally understand that. Thanks. Take it easy. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you so much, Joy. I'll be back at it on Monday. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Ollie, you are awesome. You are absolutely awesome. Super Bowl weekend here too. See, I don't know these things. You know what's funny? I watch so much hockey. I just assume I need rest so bad. I don't know how to rest. I don't know how to rest. That's my problem. I don't know how to rest. You guys are awesome. I'll be back at it on Monday. Like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself. I'll see you on Monday. And I will definitely see you next time. Bye.